We went into recording really wanting to get the sound of this barn integrated into the record.
I suppose it's using the sort of limitations of the place in terms of, you know, it is just a house in the middle of nowhere, and so, you know, you use the bathrooms to get a certain timbre, or, you know, the living room, you know, with all the cushions and the sofas, it has a slightly different sound that if you can hone, it creates a really interesting ear-catching sound.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
We keep on saying this quote that I think is from Brian Eno when he was recording the Coldplay records, that thou shalt not find power through density, for every object obscures another. We went into these sessions with that ethos of trying to find the space in the chaos.
First of all is the Rocky amp.
I've never seen this brand before in my life, but I found it in a charity shop for about £100.
We used it a lot for the shoegazy tones, the sort of more reverbed out, you know, really heavy stuff. Just because it's sort of broken in the nicest way.
And it needs a bit of behaving. And there's a little hat that sometimes happens. If you hit that, you get just the spring circuit in it.
And this is what it sounded like. The rhythms, we had one that was going through the Fender Blues Deluxe, and one that was going through a pedal board with some Strymon El Capistan tape delay on it. And it just spread it out completely. We pan them on either side, it spreads it out, so it allows for that Rocky to just sit right in the middle and just have its own space. It's a real challenge because the songs are so dense in terms of like the amount of parts, the instrumentation. You know, you've got like massive rocky guitars and then soaring orchestral strings, and so the fun part has been trying to find where that happy medium lies. Now we're on to cellos, which like have been a huge part of this record. Aris is a classically trained cellist. What you get when he sits down and plays is this ability he has of just making these incredible soundscapes. In the demo there were some strings that we knew we had to keep. So what we did, we had a spot mic, which was a Warm Audio WA-47, and then we set up a stereo room just above Aris's head, sort of like looking down at him and the cello. And that just gave the sound just so much more air and space. Second half, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I've got another take that was good.
I didn't like that take.
Oh, okay.
Just double this one.
Yeah. thought we needed something in the bridge of the song, something in the mix just to sort of keep the song going and keep the tension up. And so what we decided was these like bowing on the high strings of the cello to get this sort of weird, ethereal sound. Then I washed it through a load of delays and reverbs, and this is what we got.
For drums, we had my very good friend and incredible drummer Ryan Taylor-Costin come in and take the lead on the kit. It was really brilliant getting Ryan in because it's usually just us two recording all day long, and Ryan, being the fantastic drummer he is, just comes in with a burst of new life and energy. Cuts maybe 3 or 4 full takes before we have like the main one.
I mean, Ryan's just a pro, absolute pro. I've been a drummer for a very, very long time myself, and I get how hard it can be, and it really helps him being there, because as a drummer I get asked to play on a lot of things I produce, and I find it takes you out of that hot seat as a producer.
We then took the songs to Ian Davenport down in Courtyard Studios just outside of Abingdon to see what he thought and what needs mixing, retracking and fixing up before having the final product.
Ian is a great guy. He's helped a lot because he's far more experienced than the pair of us. He brings this just real insights into how we could do these things slightly differently.
To have his ears listen to and receive our work is a huge honour and a privilege.
Yeah.
So when the sky starts to fall, we'll be tearing down the walls. When this earth starts to burn, it'll be our final turn to dance this dance.
As a producer, you can help, materialise vision. And with Aris, it's just, it's become second nature, I'd say, for me. So making this record's been a joy, absolute joy. So I think this is a really great partnership, and long may it continue.